Good morning and happy Wednesday, guys. We have today and tomorrow and then it's spring break, so hang in there. We got this. So I told you I wanted to post a video of a quick example of what I'll be having you guys do today and tomorrow. Okay, so this is gonna look a lot like the first one on the quote-unquote quiz that I have for today. So we've been talking a lot about Pythagorean theorem, and I said that we're going to eventually do Pythagorean theorem on a coordinate plane. So that's what we have today, okay? So a few steps, guys. It's the same exact thing. All it is just represented differently, okay? So I have point A on my coordinate plane, and I have point B. Now, on a question, on an assessment, on a test, etc., the phrase distance between the 2 points may be what is described. And all that means, guys, is finding the shortest route from point A to point B. Okay? So, because this is our slant, and we know this from all of those Pythagorean theorem problems we've been doing, that this is going to be our hypotenuse. Okay, so you're thinking, well, where are the legs? Well, we have to create those. Okay, we have to draw them out so that we can see them. So if I start from A, this is going to be step one. If I start at point A and draw a vertical line, there we go. And guys, you'll have this on your coordinate plane, so your lines may be a little bit neater than mine. And then you're going to start at point B, and you're going to make a horizontal line. Okay? So it's almost like you're starting at point A and point B, and you're moving your fingers towards each other until you get to a point. And that is going to be your vertex, which those two lines come together at a right angle because it's a right triangle, guys. And we do know that the right angle is right across from the hypotenuse. So, okay, that's our first step. We got that step done. Our second step, because we have to do the Pythagorean theorem soon, we have to figure out how long our A is and how long our B is. Okay, so on your coordinate plane, you're going to count how many spaces, how long our A is, and I believe that comes out to be 4, from 8 to 4. And then from B, I go from 1 to 9, so that's going to be 8. All right, so now we have our two legs. Going back to the question of what is the distance between these 2 points? Okay, so we have our A, we have our B, we have to solve for C. So I'm going to move my paper over here a little bit. So our third and final step is to actually solve for that. Now we know the Pythagorean theorem is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And my hand is still in the way, guys, on camera, so it doesn't change from in class. It's like you're sitting in class. Okay, so we know our A. Our A is, I'm going back to our drawing here. Our A is 4 and our B is 8. So A is going to be 4 squared. Our B is going to be 8 squared. And we're trying to find C. Okay, so 4 times 4 is 16. 8 times 8 is 64. It's going to be equal to C squared. Okay, if we add those together, it's going to be 80 equals C squared. So we also know that to undo a square, we have to take the square root. What we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So if I take the square root of C squared and the square root of 80, now, thinking about this way back when, do you remember when we were estimating square roots? There's a perfect square that's really, really, really close to 80. What do you think on that one? 81. 81, the square root of 81 is 9. So we know it's going to be super duper 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 close to 9. Okay, so when we undo a square root, or when we take the square root of a square to undo it, we're left with C. And then on the other side, the square root of 80 is roughly about 8.9. Okay, and remember, whenever we round to the nearest tenth, which, guys, if you haven't picked up on that, that's what we've been doing just so that it's easier for all of us. You want to round to like the first decimal place. So I hope this helped, guys. Please watch this over for each problem if need be. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, guys. I'm here for you. Have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you guys soon.